What did you make of the New York Democrat primary? Mamdani.
He's a communist. I think it's very bad for New York. I don't know that he's going to get in. It's inconceivable that but he's a communist, and he's a pure communist. I think he admits it, but I can't imagine it. But let's say this: if he does get in, I'm going to be president, and he's going to have to do the right thing, or they're not getting any money. He's got to do the right thing. It's shocking that I would have assumed that. I used to say we will never have a socialist in this country. No, but we'll have a communist. I mean, he's a communist and going to be mayor of New York. So I was very surprised when I said, I never heard of him. I don't know who he is.
Well, he said he's going to fight ICE. He's not going to allow ICE to.
He'll be very unsuccessful.
And he said if Benjamin Netanyahu comes to New York, he's going to have him arrested.
Oh, he's a radical left lunatic.
Who would you be poised to support in New York? I know that you.
Well, I don't want to say that because, I have a lot of people, a lot of friends, and I have everybody, so I don't want to get into that. I can tell you this: whoever's mayor of New York is going to have to behave themselves, or the federal government is coming down very tough on them financially.
You went on your website and realized there's a policy proposal that says your plan, and I'm going to quote it for folks, is to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal.
That is just a description of what we see right now. It's not driven by race. It's more of an assessment of what neighborhoods are being undertaxed versus overtaxed.
That was pure racism. Okay. I don't care what it's not, the tax system is not racially, it's not made in a racial way. And for him to characterize it in that way, that should scare every white person in New York City, folks.
We've seen time and again that this is a property tax system that is inequitable. It's one that actually Eric Adams ran on saying that he would change in the first 100 days. He's since sought to defend it and lost at every juncture in court.
And I understand you're saying we're simply describing the types of neighborhoods that would see these increase in taxes. And yet, by invoking race, do you run the risk of potentially alienating key constituents?
I think I'm just naming things as they are. And ultimately, the thing that motivates me in this is to create a system of fairness. It is not to work backwards from a racial assessment of neighborhoods or our city. Rather, it's to ensure that we actually have an equal playing field. And right now, what we see with the property tax system is one that is overtaxing a number of New Yorkers and undertaxing others, and an inability of political will to resolve that.
So no plans to change that language on your website?
The focus here is to actually ensure a fair property tax system, and that the use of that language is just an assessment of the neighborhood.
All right, you are a
That was terrible. What an answer. Well, at least he's not going to change it.
You are a self-described democratic socialist. Do you think that billionaires have a right to exist?
I don't think that we should have billionaires because, frankly, it is so much money in a moment of such inequality. And ultimately, what we need more of is equality across our city and across our state and across our country. And I look forward to work with everyone.
So the third holy grail of taboos in American politics, you have socialism, you have Islam, and then you have Palestine. And you are really going for the trifecta.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Tell me, why is Palestine a part of your politics?
When you grow up as someone, especially in the third world, you have a very different understanding of the Palestinian struggle.
Okay. And so he's eating with his hands to show that he's just, he's with the third world, because a lot of third world countries, they eat with their hands, or if you have some type of provision, you're scooping up the rice and the beans and you're eating with that. And he's trying to just show some type of allegiance with that. It's all a farce. This guy, he is the son of his mother is a world famous Academy Award nominated Bollywood director worth tens of millions of dollars. His father is a chaired professor at Columbia. Okay. So this guy, he's probably got china and all types of silver in his house. But for us, he's eating like some monkey in the jungle with his hands. Okay, come on. And to me, it's like, I don't understand why these people come here. You know, if you want to eat with your hands and walk barefoot through the streets, if you want to go through, outdoor markets and barter with people where the flies are all through the food and people who making your food and stuff got their teeth missing and they're barefoot as well, pots next to where they poop and pee, go back there. Go back there. We in America like to use silverware, at least for the most part, unless we eating tacos or something, hot dogs, stuff like that. But for the most part, keep that over there. Why are you trying to change here? In America, wealth isn't handed down by the state. It's earned through risk, innovation, hard work, and oftentimes failure. So saying we shouldn't have billionaires tells every American you're only allowed to succeed up to a point. And that's anti-freedom, not fairness.
This guy is, again, we're all being played. And then listen to how well-spoken he is and his nice, first off, in his nice, crisp white shirt that somebody ironed. Because I'm going to tell you what, when I'm eating like that, I'm going to have a napkin. I don't care if somebody film me because I'm going to make a mess. I'm a messy eater, by the way. I can't keep stuff clean, but he's for show. And we fell for this with Obama.
Right.
We fell for this with other politicians. So well spoken, they sound so again, and they were just, regular, down with the people. And no, I will never. This guy doesn't even wear a mask. He doesn't even hide who he is or what he is. And we need to start looking at him for what he is in the demonic realm. We need to start paying attention as Christians for who they are when Satan is speaking through them, when the demonic is speaking through them and using them to what ends and to what means. We have to be mindful of this. And I just picture him, not just him, but other people when they speak these words, and it's enticing. It's like witchcraft, and people just fall into that, and they're looking and listening and they're believing it until it is too late. It goes right back to what I said. He doesn't want equality. He's anti-American. He's anti-capitalist. He's beyond communist. This is a man who won't recognize Israel as a nation state. I mean, this is a man who has an agenda that goes far beyond the destruction of our nation. And mark my words, quote me on it, I believe he is set on the destruction of the United States and what we have right now. And he and the AOCs of the world, they are literally a plague. They are a plague on our nation.